This is a bottle of 17-year-old Jamaican rum. And no, it's not that rum. Or maybe it is, but it's not. I can neither confirm nor deny the details of this rum. Because this rum is a mystery. An undisclosed exclusive bottle to a San Francisco retailer that is 17 years old. It's from Jamaica, and it's 53.2% ABV. The marks and the distillery are unknown and probably will be unknown forever. Now, to help me try this rum, I thought I'd get some help from some friends. So our Minder from the Rum Revival will be by to try this rum, but first up, I thought I'd get some help from Kevin Crossman at Ultimate Mai Tai, and of course, use this 17-year-old fine Jamaican rum in a Mai Tai. Cheers.
Cheers. That is a good Mai Tai. You're using good ingredients, but that rum, not really placing it.
So we're using Pierre Ferrand Dry Curacao, Latitude 29 Orgeat. I broke out the good stuff for you. Lime juice, and the rum. So that's really all that's in here. I don't say there's an intensity of like funky fruit flavors, but there's a lot of flavor. I can't really piece exactly what it is. You don't know anything about this rum. This is the first time I've touched it. So I decant a little bit for this video, but I haven't even tasted it. I haven't even smelled it, nothing.
I'm getting a little bit of a finish that's like a pot still finish, one of the, like some of those old long Appletons, or maybe a Grand Arome kind of finish. So I'm thinking it's pot still, but otherwise it doesn't strike me as immediately anything I've tried before per se.
There's almost in an appealing way like a little musty quality, yes. This might give away something to there's an old mustiness to it, which you would associate maybe with an older age rum, and almost like an old book type of.
Yeah, no, that leather type. It is exactly the flavor that I get from those old Appletons or some of those Grand Aromes. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm tasting now. Funny, it's a sugarcane rum or something, but
you're on the right track. So is pot still? It's molasses based, but if you want to try to pinpoint like an origin and ABV, I'll let, if you don't have to, but
it doesn't strike me as a weak rum, so it can't be 40%. We'll see. And point of origin, it doesn't quite have that funky Jamaican flavor, so let's throw Trinidad in there.
Okay.
Just as a wild guess.
And you can get some relatively flavorful stuff from Trinidad. I was hoping to be able to pick up a few more things here from it, but it's really just that old musty sort of old paper, old leather book thing that I'm getting.
It plays well with the rest of the ingredients. So a perfect example of, even if I hope, this is an expensive rum or something, it can be great in a Mai Tai. That's for sure.
All right. So let us reveal the rum.
Paper bag. Nothing finer for guests of the Make and Drink
It's also
show.
it's not from Bevmo. It's just like whenever I buy from Bevmo, it's always one bottle in it.
All right.
All right. So here it is. This is the Golden Devil single cask rum. It's 17 years old. This is a K&L exclusive. It was bottled by Hunter Laing in Scotland, distilled in September of 2005. It's all pot still. It's 53.2% ABV. It is $129.99. And before I say more, are you aware of this rum?
I was not aware of this rum.
Okay, but I know that you're aware of Golden Devil. I even think you posted something last night.
Well, yeah, it's like the local brand of Kill Devil, which is a European brand.
So from Scotland, it's called Kill Devil. Outside the United States, they don't have the legal ability to call it Kill Devil here, so it's Golden Devil. Independent bottler. This one's exclusive to K&L, 17 years old, so the 17 number in there, intrigued me. 237 bottles, it looks like. The reason that this rum is kind of interesting to anyone who might know about it is that it has no source. There are no marks. The buyer from K&L has, you can read all about this on K&L. They've worked with Hunter Laing before, and usually independent bottlers, they can always pick up something like you say the parish it's made in, the mark will just tell you the distillery. Because sometimes nowadays distilleries don't want you to use their name,
Right.
sort of cannibalizing their current rums. But this is 17 years ago. This was, distilled in 2005. And if you go into the deep backstory of this rum, at that time, it was like when Hampden was changing ownership, but there was no prohibition from using their name. Worthy Park was new. You could still use Worthy Park's name. Long Pond was releasing rum at that time. For whatever reason, the K&L buyer, the K&L as a buyer and the specific buyer was unable to get any information from Hunter Laing. And we don't know if Hunter Laing even was what they were able to say and not say, but it's this mystery rum that we don't know the origin. We don't know the marks. Some people say Hampden. Some people say Worthy Park.
It would make me think of New Yarmouth, because that is a rum distillery that you normally don't get products from, and especially not labeled as such, although they did have a K&L Golden Devil with New Yarmouth a few years back, which I have a bottle of.
I saw you post that too, and I think that was an older age rum too.
Yeah.
There's all these little pieces to the puzzle here, which just like kind of don't make sense. And if you try to figure this out, you just kind of get shot down because they just didn't release any information. They weren't allowed, for whatever reason, to say anything about this rum, like at all. It's just from Jamaica. And as much as I know people are going to kind of like sleuth through this and say it's this, that, or the other, I just like that it's kind of a mystery, and we don't. It makes it more interesting and appealing that there's this rum and we just don't know where it's from.
Do we know where it was aged?
It was tropically aged before being sent to Scotland.
Okay.
So how long it was tropically aged, we don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
I'll kind of play my hand here. I want to be careful because I don't want anyone to think that I actually believe this, but just as someone who's hopeful and thinking about things, is that I was hoping there was like this undertone of like orange peel, because I don't know if you know this, Kevin. I think I'm pretty sure you do. Do you know what else was distilled in 2005 that was sold at 17 years old?
Oh, that's an interesting data point, isn't it?
It's an interesting data point. And for those of you that don't know, the Appleton Estate Legend was distilled in 2005 and sold 17 years later. I don't think this tastes like it. But I kind of, in the back of my mind, I kind of like the fact that this happens to be 17 years old. We don't know where it's from. The evidence is kind of saying like it's not Hampden, it's not Worthy Park, it's not Long Pond. It doesn't leave a lot of other options if that's true. As much as I like to put this conspiracy theory out there, the flavor alone kind of doesn't ring true to that, for me at least.
It's still great. Definitely not as funky as some of those Hampden Worthy Parks that you get today.
No.
That's for sure.
Why don't we get a couple pours of this neat?
All right. Let's put the labels out front here.
Make and Drink Glencairn's currently on sale at the Make and Drink shop.
Oh, I don't know. That smells exactly like Appleton Hearts to me.
It doesn't have a real strong Jamaican aroma to it, but obviously this is a 100% pot still Jamaican rum. It's not like a blend.
No, this is extraordinarily similar to those Appleton Hearts releases, which are aged in, I think most of them are 20 years or so it's a little longer aged than this is, but it is real similar and a lot less of a price too, which is good for consumers. This definitely doesn't taste like Legend.
Yeah.
It's definitely a little bit more leathery, and definitely you don't get those orange peel notes that the Legend had a little bit of. And it's a little bit more of a higher proof.
52.3.
Yeah, so but still pretty close.
53.2.
Okay, but still pretty close to 49. So and a little bit less than those Hearts releases that I've been trying. So this is pretty great. You really get those leather notes, especially when you try it neat. You get it's a little bit more diluted in the Mai Tai. This would be an example probably where a rum, I'll try it in a Mai Tai if I bought it. This is better as a sipping rum, I think, because it doesn't really elevate the Mai Tai that much
No.
compared to stuff that is way less expensive. So it's good as a sort of a novelty, but it doesn't turn this Mai Tai into the greatest Mai Tai you've ever had, the way Legend did,
Yes.
and was less good on just tasting neat.
And the biggest problem with this, if you're watching this video right now, is I think there's 10, as of me filming this, there's 10 bottles left. Don't want to encourage anyone to go out there and get it, but as I'm thinking about the Mai Tai, it's like, oh, I wonder how that would hold up if you use, split base with this, or even less, to get that rich sort of leathery flavor, but then also could bring in those fruit flavors that we're missing.
Well, if you had told me what was happening, I could have brought some rums to compare to. Maybe I'll have to do that another time.
Well, I will make sure that I don't spend a bunch of time splitting bases with this, because I think that's kind of a waste of this rum too, with only a few bottles left to use. So that's it for the Mai Tai part of this. Not the best Mai Tai ever.
I mean, it's a very good Mai Tai, but
Yeah.
it's doesn't blow me away the way some Mai Tais might.
It's missing components that would do that.
Yeah.
But a fun experiment, a fun rum to play with. So, Kevin, thanks for coming and sharing a Mai Tai with me in the Golden Devil single cask K&L exclusive rum.
Thanks for having me.
Originally, I wanted to film this with Arminder first and trying this neat first, but just because the scheduling didn't work out that way. But I'm kind of glad that it turned out the way that it did, because I could poke and prod Arminder a little more to see what he thinks about this special, mysterious rum. Cheers.
Cheers, man. Okay. Smells like rum, so that's
Yeah.
the thing.
I
Maybe.
know this is the first time, so anything you can tell us, the better.
I was gonna say bright mint, but it's almost like a electric mint or something.
I think there's a eucalyptus,
Mm.
menthol.
Yeah, for sure. Now that you've said that, that's what I'm getting for sure.
The note people always say, and it always kind of throws me, is camphor. That's which is like a component of those medicinal rubs. Vic,
Yes.
It's Vicks, right?
Yeah.
It's Vicks.
But that's like a European thing. Europeans say camphor
They
or
do.
refer to it like, what is that? In America here, we don't. Yeah.
But I think that's what we're talking about.
For your European
Yeah, for
viewers,
the European viewers.
that's delightful. I've always been, not always. Lately, I've become a fan of like mentholy notes in my rum,
too.
aroma, and palate, and this is kind of playing in that space. Yeah. Are we ready to dive in? That is delicious. Definitely more of that eucalyptus menthol, and I feel like my tongue is tingling. The finish
Yeah.
is nice and long. A little hint of like a bit of caramel first,
Mhm.
and that's when, like maybe two seconds into it, that's when things kind of get a little crazy, and you get that little electric menthol eucalyptus thing going on. It feels like it starts kind of nice and narrow, and then it does this kind of wild thing in a really cool way.
Because it's not the burn of ABV,
No,
right?
no.
But there is there's a burning
A
sensation.
tingling
Yeah.
thing going on, which is kind of nice. It makes me feel alive. You know what I mean?
Okay. It's like the tip of your tongue, too.
Yes.
It's just
Sometimes you feel a little dead inside, in your soul, in your heart, or in your palate, in your tongue. And sometimes you need rum to kind of just make you feel present and in the
whole,
moment.
and
Yeah.
whole, yeah.
Not sad at all. ABV wise, not that I don't know if we're guessing that or not. It's definitely probably 50 plus,
Okay.
I don't think it's 60s. I'd say mid to high 50s. Age wise, which I don't think you're asking me either, but
Anything and everything.
Okay.
So let's go through it. So ABV,
yeah, ABV, let's just say 55 for
55.
Yeah.
Okay. How about age?
I'm going to go with 12
Okay,
years. Yeah.
12 years.
Yeah.
And how about origin?
Okay, so my initial reaction when I first sipped it, and I'm still thinking maybe it's this, Trinidad. I'm thinking it's a older Trinidad, maybe actually even older in terms of age as well, actually. Whether that's TDL, folks that make Angostura, or if it's a really old Coroni, I don't think it is. I don't think you roll like that.
That would be cool.
But I don't think you do.
I don't roll like that.
So I think because that's probably more TDL. What is that? Trinidad Distillers Limited. Or if it's not Trinidad,
I will tell you that it is not a blend, a
multi-country blend or anything like that.
country or region. Yeah.
So then I'm going to say something like a Fiji or a Mauritius.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll get some of that menthol-y kind of thing going on in some of those rums as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know if you want me to give you a final answer, I can, but that's kind of where I'm thinking.
I think that's good enough.
Okay.
I think that's good enough. So, I will now tell you about this rum.
Okay. This is not something you made in your bathtub, is it?
It's not something I made in my bathtub,
Okay.
and it's not something I don't know if you're aware of it. I feel like you must be because you go online to the same places I do and
Mhm.
see the same bottles. I don't know if it's ever like piqued your interest, but what we are drinking is none of the places you just said.
Sure. Okay. Oh, okay.
And instead, it's the Golden Devil
Mm.
single cask rum from Jamaica,
Got it. Yeah.
aged 17 years. Have you seen or heard about this rum?
I mean, I've seen bottles that look exactly like this, right? There's a bunch of different Golden Devils that have different shades of color, and there's a bunch of different Jamaica ones. So if I've actually seen that specifically, no, I don't think so. So 17 years.
17 years, and here's the details of this. And people at home already know this, but it's bottled by Hunter Laing in Scotland. It was distilled in September 2005.
Okay.
It's all pot still.
Okay.
It's 53.2%.
Okay, so that
ABV.
was pretty. Yeah.
It retails for $129.99.
Oh wow.
It's from Jamaica.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's it.
No distillery.
There's no distillery.
Sure. Yeah.
So for whatever reason, there's just no information available to K&L.
Mm-hmm.
How much Hunter Laing, the bottler, knows, don't know.
Yeah.
I came into this knowing what this rum was,
Mm-hmm.
but even upon trying it, I didn't think it was Jamaican. Kevin Crossman was here. He thought
Yeah.
Trinidad.
Yeah.
That was his first guess. So now that you know,
Yeah. Now that I know that it's Jamaican.
can you, if you were to guess a distillery
Yeah.
in Jamaica for an age rum, what do you think you would guess?
Well, I feel like this maybe it's a bit of a leading question because now it's 17 years. It's Mai Tai week. It's Jamaican. I mean, are we saying it's it's from Appleton?
Well, okay, so it's funny that you say that
Yeah.
because that is my unproven hypothesis, which
got it.
cannot be proven. I don't know. I
Sure.
don't know. Like I have no idea.
Sure.
So
But you're infusing this rum with those hopes and dreams.
So
that
what
it
I
might be.
what I told Kevin in the section before this
Yeah.
section of the video is that I don't think it tastes the same, but there was another bottle of rum
Mhm.
that was distilled and bottled in 2005
Mm.
that was sold as a 17-year-old rum,
Okay.
and you have that bottle.
Oh yeah, I do.
Ironic thing is
Ah.
that the legend was distilled in 2005.
Mm.
This was distilled in 2005 from Jamaica.
Yeah. Well, we did do a shot of the 17-year legend together. So maybe we should do a shot of this to kind of compare and see.
Okay. I believe I guessed that was from Barbados.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. I will say this. I mean, look, I have a little bit left in my bottle, and I haven't had it in a while. In fact, the shot, which was what, like Christmas of last year,
Mhm.
that was probably the last time I had it.
Yeah.
And obviously those weren't ideal drinking conditions, or maybe they were. Up to you. But this doesn't taste anything like that, at least
doesn't.
based on my memory.
So Kevin Crossman was kind of speculating that it could be New Yarmouth,
Ah,
but he has at home like a Golden Devil that's like 20 years old or
Mm.
something, and it says New Yarmouth. on it.
okay.
That's the kind of strange thing. Like at that time, Hampton you were able to use Hampton's name. You were able to say Worthy Park. You
Mm.
would have been able to say New Yarmouth. So why is it that this specific batch you can't say the name? If it's from one of those
Oh,
places,
if it's one of those places, right?
unless it's from somewhere else.
Right. Or maybe their bookkeeping is really bad and they just, we never recorded what it was.
Yeah, but like that ruins the whole mystical nature of this.
Sure.
If you just go down that road.
Sure, of course. Yeah.
Obviously, there's a grand
Sorry to rain on your parade.
scheme to this
Yeah.
to this thing. it's
It'd just be an accounting error. Like I don't.
But you know,
Yeah.
it's funny that you brought up the Appleton thing because it's definitely not that similar to at least that one.
Yeah. Well, I will say this: regardless of what it is, you know, whether it's from Appleton, whether it's from New Yarmouth or whatever, and whether it is or is not from Jamaica, it's a good rum. Like, it's a very tasty rum. It's kind of in my wheelhouse, and at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. You know, are you enjoying the rum? Who cares where it's from?
And the people you're enjoying it with.
Sure, that too.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So that is it. The undisclosed Golden Devil rum from Jamaica. At the time of me filming this part of the video, just 5 bottles are left, and once it's gone forever. As to figuring out the details of this and if we ever will, it doesn't really matter to me. Sometimes it's the mystery itself that makes something interesting, and not knowing is sometimes better than knowing.
A buddy sling